I'm with Ed Parker Jr., and everybody knows his father, Ed Parker Sr., the grandfather of American Kempo, and Ed Parker Jr. is sort of taking a different approach to taking the martial arts through our generation. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you're helping martial arts make people successful your way?
Well, I think that the foundation of what I was taught was based upon my father's philosophy when he created American Kempo. It was a Chinese-based system. And when he looked at his art, he said, well, wait a minute, there's things that are in here that don't apply to today's environment. And so his philosophy in developing that art was to adapt the material for today's environment. Well, that is still the same philosophy that holds true. But what was legal in his time period is not necessarily legal in our time period. And so some of the things I wanted to introduce, it's not that, and I think the foundation of any martial art needs to be self-defense, but I think as an additive curriculum, there needs to be a focus on alternative choices, an alternative choice to the violent way of solving things. Sometimes I refer to it as the drunk Uncle Bob scenarios, and I think that puts the mind in the right frame in terms of why you would entertain learning passive alternatives. And I believe that the reason why it came to be is if you look at today's environment, we have MMA. Well, MMA is such a small pyramid, and the actual people that are able to get to that pyramid top are fighters and so on and so forth, but most of us are not in the realm of being professional fighters. But yet the upsurge of this has got to create a counterbalance. And I believe that just as we have a violent form of martial arts being expressed, we have to have a counterbalance to it. And it can't just be verbal judo. It actually has to be a physical interconnection with the body that toys with the idea of manipulation of the body versus the idea of striking the body. So I just think that it's just a natural evolution. You can't have the night without the day. You can't have hard without soft. You can't have aggressive without passive. And I just want to be one of the facilitators towards that thought process. And I don't care if I'm the only one. I just want that thought process. It's what I call AMA, alternative martial arts.
Nice.
And that's the direction that I would like to encourage the industry to go in. I don't care that they do my curriculum. I care that that thought process is embraced and seen as a viable study of focus for a while.
And with today's litigious society, I think that has to be the way it has to go for us to flourish and grow.
Yeah, I think it's just a natural growth process. You can't have one thing happen without the counterbalance providing itself. And I think that I think that anybody who does any kind of change in life, you make change because you see there's a need to make a change. And those who make a change, they act on it.
Absolutely.
And you being the same, you see that the way that you interact with families and the way that you interact with your group by providing them with written material and providing them something that it's not just being taught on the mat, but you're teaching them principles off the mat. And that takes a more active role in influencing our culture and our society, because we have our regular lives and we have our activities. Martial arts is luxury, nobody has to take it. But it's also a lifestyle, and we take responsibility as school owners, or in my case, I'm on the International Lecture and Seminar Circuit. We have an opportunity to feed the ears of those, and if you take the right responsibility, then we can at least be those that influence this time period for the better.
That's fantastic. We had you at our school, our student loved it, and some people don't realize that not only are you a martial artist, but you're an artist.
Yes.
And you have some stuff at your booth. You want to talk about that for a second? Some fantastic, cool stuff?
In a simple term on that way, the way that I'm doing my artwork in martial arts, I was born in a martial arts family, but my personal interest was the art industry. And I've always had a tug of war between the two until one day I decided, why not blend the two together? And how I blended it is I started doing custom martial arts certificates just to change the feel good of the accolades. I also do designs and stuff, and there's a lot of exciting things working on, and this is what I'm working on as an artist. We have a script that I submitted, and it got approved. And right now we're working on a film on my dad's life.
Wow.
We have a major motion picture actor committed to it. I can't mention The Rock's name, but he's committed to this, whoever that Rock is. I just can't use
I assume I'll be
the
in the
DJ
film.
name. Well, the opportunity that the film creates for others to be a part of it is actually great, because the storyline is based upon today, and it's through my paintings in the storyline that the stories of the past get told. And we
Wow.
have these paintings that will be in the Martial Arts History Museum, and I'm going to invite Norris and everybody else to be in that scene. So it's actually a fictitious scene of an actual situation, meaning
That's
that
fantastic.
there is a Martial Arts History Museum. And, and we're just toying with the idea of being able to include more martial artists as cameo appearances in the martial arts aspect of it. And it's about, being able to, to put a little bit more history to what we do as martial arts by featuring at least one of the pioneers of martial arts. So we're excited about that project.
That's super exciting.
It is, and when we're talking with the actor that we're talking, and we're talking a different budget, and we're talking a different release. It's not going to be linear cable; it'll be theatrical release. Unfortunately, a movie is a lot of hype at the beginning, and it's going to take a long time to get there. But fingers crossed, and if it still maintains its direction, then we'll all feel comfortable about tying ourselves to this movie.
Besides people that want to contact you to be in the movie, somebody wanted to contact you about the certificates, T-shirts, other artwork stuff, how would they get a hold of you?
The easiest way is Ed Parker Jr. Diplomas, EDPARKERJR.com. Or excuse me, EDPARKERJR.
We're not going to cut this, It's going to be the way it is.
You guys will figure it out. Anyway, Ed Parker Jr. Diplomas.com is where you go, and that's where you can get it. And I don't have a phone, so nobody gets a hold of me that way. And as far as people wanting to be in the movie, my focus is getting my dad's story in there, and anybody else who wants to fill in the gaps, I'm sure they're going to be very enthusiastic about their passion for being in the movie, and I'm sure because I care about this industry, I'm sure I'll find a way to make it happen so that a lot of people can feel that they can participate in it. Because I think that if you look at it from a martial arts standpoint of view, if we have cameo appearances by the industry, that makes it more of a personal connection. On another scale, the movie goes to the general populace.
Right.
So it makes it's kind of like an inside thing where everybody goes, yeah, that's my friend, that's this instructor, oh, look at that. And the rest of the community don't know him, but at least we have a little personal pride because it was a martial arts based character in real life, and we get to at least feature people that it's just a slice in time that we get to participate. But if the slice in time is historically documented in this context, there could be some great things happening as a result of it.
That sounds spectacular. Thank you very much for the interview. I'm going to get back to your table. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.